You are Locked On Red Sox POSTCAST, part of Locked On Sports Boston, on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
How can you not be romantic about baseball? Cooper Criswell, 7 scoreless. Tyler O'Neill went deep twice in Denver. Red Sox 4-game losing streak, now a thing of the past. Sox blanking the Rockies Tuesday night, and now they go for the series win on Wednesday. We do welcome you to our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, longtime play-by-play announcer and national show host. As a kid of the 1980s, watched Red Sox games on a small black and white TV. Former big league pitcher Scott McGregor used to tell me when we rode the bus in the minors together that I had more useless baseball information than anyone he had ever met. What a great compliment from Scott McGregor. We are providing reaction to every Red Sox game on the season on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed, which is free and available wherever you get your podcasts. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation, watching live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Click the comment button, introduce yourself. You might have been off the bandwagon on Monday, back on it on Tuesday. 12th shutout win of the season for the Boston Red Sox. That leads Major League Baseball. And right here on our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast, we are going to sing the praises of Cooper Criswell and the bullpen. Criswell should stick with the big club going forward. He is deserving. Rafael Devers breaking out of a slump and put a scare into Red Sox Nation as well Tuesday night. How about Tyler O'Neill? Tyler O'Neill. If Tyler O'Neill has done what he's done on the road trip so far, are the Red Sox even in need of going to the trade market for a right-handed bat? We're going to discuss that as well. Tyler O'Neill just needs to be more consistent. Our latest episode of the Locked On Red Sox postcast is brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah, the right stay can make you a fan of any city, even your rivals. Check out Booking.com for your stay today. So the Red Sox pick up the victory against the Colorado Rockies. I was a little surprised during the day or even leading up to the game that we didn't hear that relievers were coming from AAA Worcester. Didn't happen. Maybe a couple of guys were going to go down. No. The guys that they've been on this road trip, Los Angeles and Denver, outside of Kenley Jansen, who's not with the team, and understandably why, with his health issue. But they're going to return home Wednesday after a day game. And hopefully 2 out of 3 against the Rockies in a 2-4 road trip rather than a 1-5 road trip. And after the 12-inning loss on Monday night, 0-6 was certainly in play. But Cooper Criswell was outstanding. 6-0 win. Criswell just did a little bit of everything. First inning, working with a lead, gave up a hit, nothing else. Second inning, 2-out error by Westbrook at second, got a ground ball out, inning over. Then after the Red Sox added on in the top of the third, he went right back out there in the bottom of the third inning. And this was, for me, was the inning of the night. This was it. Criswell, bottom of the third, working with a big lead. 1, 2, 3, 10 pitches. Fly out, pop out, ground out. Fourth inning, leadoff base hit. Guess what? Double play. And that would be a theme. He had 59 pitches through the first 4. Elias Diaz, bottom 5, leadoff double. Criswell came back, strikeout, ground out, inning over. Sixth inning, leadoff single, 4-6-3 double play. Now in that sixth inning, base hit to left field. Rafael Devers went down. First Nesson reference of the night. Kevin Youkilis talked about it a little bit. Kevin Millar, they had a pit in their stomach. There was a sick feeling there for a few moments. Looked like Devers' injury was going to be serious. And as the athletic trainer came out with manager Alex Cora, thought, are they looking at his knee? Did his knee buckle? Is it the knee? Is it the MCL? Is it the meniscus? Is it something in there? Is it the ACL? No, it was his right shoulder, not his left shoulder. But he was okay, stayed in the game, got another at bat. After that, Criswell, perhaps a little unnerved with his third baseman and one of the star hitters for the Red Sox out there. Criswell got the job done. Left a runner at third, got a ground ball to end the inning, left a runner, Blackman at third base. At that point, the moment was, okay, is Criswell going back out there for the 7th inning? Ideal situation, 6-0 lead. You need to save the bullpen. And he earned the trust of his manager, Alex Cora. Criswell went back out there for the 7th, got the job done. A walk, his first of the night, to lead off the seventh inning. What's he do? Around the horn. Devers, 5-4-3 double play, picked up a strikeout to end his night. 7 scoreless innings for Cooper Criswell. First time he's gone 7 innings in a big league outing in his big league career. 7 innings, 5 hits, scattered those 5 hits, no runs, that 1 walk in the 7th inning. Struck out for 105 pitches total. And read my own Sharpie writing down here, working with a Sharpie marker, and 11 ground ball outs. Criswell, outstanding. I just an absolute shot in the arm for the Red Sox. And then you get the 2 relievers. Relief pitching over this road trip so far, it's been a thorn in their side. 5 blown saves total in the previous 4 games? Brennan Bernardino gives up a leadoff double. Uh-oh, we're thinking doomsday scenario, leadoff double in the 8th inning. All right, at least the shutout's going to go away, but don't let them get any closer, right? Could see that run's going to score. No, Bernardino got what I would describe as nasty. Picked up a strikeout swinging, second out, called strike 3, struck out the next batter, double, strikeout. Bernardino, scoreless 8th inning. Greg Weissert got the 9th. Weissert made quick work of the Rockies. Comebacker and 2 ground ball outs to Rafi Devers at third base. That was your ball game. The 12th shutout win of the season for the Red Sox. Say what you want about this pitching staff. They're not doing it with smoke and mirrors. They're doing it combined efforts, right? 12 shutouts on the season. That leads Major League Baseball. They're no longer tied with the Atlanta Braves. 12 shutout wins on the season. Oh, it's against the Rockies. Well, it was at Coors Field. You shut down a Rockies team that can put up runs. Took care of business. Series even 1-1. Win it, and you just move on from what was a 4-game slide, and you go from there. So with the win, Red Sox do avoid a 5th straight loss. They've not lost 5 in a row at any point this year. Back to 8 games over 500. Now, 1-4 on the trip so far, 1 to go. They end a streak where they had lost 6 straight outings, I think it was, against a left-handed starter. Ty Block got the start, left-hander. Herman Marquez was supposed to start, went on the IL on Monday. Block in there as a starter, took the loss, a lefty. Now 6-12 on the season. Tuesday night was game number 100 of the season. 62 to go. We're not to the sprint yet. We're still in the marathon. We still have not hit the dog days of August. But 100 games, and you've only faced a left-handed pitcher in 18 games on the season. If you have a son, my oldest is 17 on Thursday, and he's a lefty. He's not going to be Jesse Orozco. He's not going to be Bruce Hurst. He's not going to be Bobby Ojeda. That's okay. He's not going to be John Lester. But if you have a young person in the household who's a lefty, get him on the tee, get him working, get him throwing. Don't get them spinning it yet. They're too young. But just fastballs. There aren't a lot of quality lefties out there right now. There's not a lot of lefty starting pitchers out there, it seems like, right now. 1-1, series is even, a game apiece. Win the finale, go home feeling good about yourself, take the series. You've got Pivetta on the mound on Wednesday with a 3:10 first pitch. That is 3:10 Eastern. Again, 100 down, 62 to go, 12 shutout win on the season for the Red Sox as they pick up the victory in another game where they score 5 or more runs. Scoring runs has not been a problem. Scoring runs in Colorado at Coors Field is usually not a problem. Red Sox are now 43-7 on the season when collecting 5 or more runs in a game. A great victory. Rafi Devers, we're going to get into him. Tyler O'Neill, 2 for Tyler. His second 2-home run game of the road trip and his 4th on the season. He's got 20 home runs, but he's had some stretches where he's gone ice cold. And if he was just a little bit more consistent, not having that, week plus, almost 2 weeks of just not hitting the ball, striking out a ton. He was just a little bit more consistent. I'm not sure that they're looking for a right-handed bat. And again, Kevin Youkilis during the game on Nesson with Dave O'Brien and Kevin Millar in the booth said, I'm not going to get a bat. If Tyler O'Neill hits like this the rest of the season, you're in good shape from the right side. You hope that Tristan Casas is coming back. You have another right-handed bat that you're going to add maybe in the next week, maybe in the next 2 weeks. Vaughn Grissom might be down at AAA for his entire rehab assignment. The clock is ticking. He's played in a couple of games so far, but there's another right-handed bat that who knows, maybe you catch that magic from Tyler O'Neill going forward. Maybe this is a sign of things to come through the rest of the season. Not for a couple of weeks and then go ice cold in the month of August. But O'Neill got the job done. Red Sox get the job done. 12th shutout win on the season. Hey, Patriots training camp underway this week. First preseason game just a few weeks away. And we encourage you to keep up with the Patriots with Mike Debate on Locked On Patriots. Mike has every Patriots storyline covered for you Monday through Friday. Locked On Patriots, part of the Locked On Sports Boston Network. I'm Steve Lennox with you on the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Sox with plenty of two-out magic, and I've got something new. My at-bat of the night. I'm going to go into detail on that next. Hey, our Red Sox, our Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah, with summer travel heating up, especially travel for baseball games. Time now to explore those U.S. cities you've always secretly wanted to learn more about. Yes, we're talking about your rival's city with hotels, bed and breakfast, vacation rentals, resorts, and so much more on Booking.com. You might find your perfect stay even in your baseball rival city. A New York baseball fan, Met fan, Yankee fan, heading to Boston to catch a game at Fenway. Yankee fan on Boston's home turf. They want their team to win. We know that. They're also excited about having a lobster roll. Lobster roll better than New York-style pizza. They fall in love with their waterfront hotel in Boston. From hotels that look over stadiums to family-friendly resorts, Booking.com has so many choices across the U.S. for your summer travel this MLB season. The right stay can make you a fan of any U.S. city, even your rivals. Book today on Booking.com on the website or in the Booking.com app. Locked On Red Sox postcast also brought to you by FanDuel. And I'm going to kick myself here. Hey, I do love sports. I love them so much, I never want them to stop. But as the playoffs wind down, we get fewer games, and the sports aren't sportsing like I want them to. But FanDuel lets me keep the sports going whenever I want. All I have to do is open the app, dream up bets anytime I'm in the mood. And this summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a boost or a bonus daily. That's right, something for everyone, every day, all summer long. So head over to FanDuel.com and start making the most out of your summer. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Updated, Sox currently plus 4,500 to win the World Series in October. Rafael Devers was plus 300 to hit a home run on Tuesday night in Game 2 of the three-game series against the Rockies. Devers had a couple of doubles in the win. Connor Wong was plus 120 to collect 2 base hits in the game. Wong hitting in the number 3 spot in the lineup, going 0 for 5 at the plate. And this is where I kick myself because I did not look up Tyler O'Neill hitting 1 or 2 home runs in the game on FanDuel. Again, FanDuel, official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Want to acknowledge and tip our cap to our everydayers for making Locked On Red Sox and the Locked On Red Sox postcast their first listen. So we get into it here. The two-out magic. Red Sox and the at-bat of the night goes right along with the two-out magic. Red Sox scored 3 runs in the first inning. Red Sox got 2 more in the second. Those first 5 runs against Ty Blach coming with 2 outs in an inning. Love that. But the at-bat of the night for Maine, we're going to do this going forward. And if you want to provide us with your at-bat of the night, and you're with us live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit the comment button. Give us your at-bat of the night. Also, you can do it on Twitter or on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Lennox on Baseball. The at-bat of the night, first inning. You're going to say Tyler O'Neill's home run. That's what he's going to say. No, it was Rafi. It was Rafi Devers right in front of him. Devers was 0 for 14. 0 for 14. Duran reached with a base hit. Reached 3 times, by the way, in the game. He's hit safely now in 7 in a row. But Devers with 2 outs, a double, breaking an 0 for 14 at the plate. That, for me, sets up the rest of the inning. If he doesn't extend that inning, O'Neill doesn't hit the home run, right? Devers a pop-up, and now he's 0 for 15. Rafi Devers, first inning of a 6-0 ball game. The at-bat of the night. So I'm going to start doing that in our second segment each show going forward. Our at-bat of the night, and it was in the first inning. It was from the number 4 hitter because it broke Rafi Devers out of his little slide, and it was enough where the team lost 4 in a row, right? Devers had just 1 base hit early on in the series against the Dodgers. 1 RBI on the road trip prior to Tuesday's game. Also added a second double in the game as well. But if he does not extend that inning, even if it's a base hit, first and second, or O'Neill does what he does and he hits a home run, now he's got a home run with 2 runners on. But Rafi Devers coming through with that. And again, Red Sox first 5 runs coming with 2 outs in an inning. Now, they had other opportunities to add on. And again, they were somewhat dreadful with runners in scoring position. At one point, they were 2 for 3. All of a sudden, they had more at-bats with runners in scoring position. Ended up going 2 for 10 and left 11 runners on base. So 6-0 lead after 3. And Cooper Criswell said, you know what? I got this. And Cooper Criswell right now, going back to him for a moment, is absolutely deserving of sticking with this pitching staff. Agree or disagree? At Lennox on Baseball, hit me up. Also, if you're live with us on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel, hit the comments button. Cooper Criswell right now for me, his last 2 starts in the big leagues, a week ago this past Friday, just before the All-Star break against the Royals. And, remember, he had that start. He's just, up that day from AAA. He was on schedule to start, and he did, right? And comes back out 7 scoreless. First time in his career that he's gone 7 innings in a big league outing. And he's deserving. I'm saying is he deserving of staying in the starting rotation? Maybe. He's deserving to, this is what I'm saying, he's deserving to stick with the pitching staff. So maybe he becomes another arm out of the bullpen. There's a guy with the Mets right now, Jose Buto. He's sort of been back and forth, a starter in the past. Basically, one of his quotes recently was, I just want to be with the big league club. You want to work me as a reliever? Go right ahead. You want me to start? I'll start. That's where I'm more comfortable. I'm sure Cooper Criswell will say something along the same lines. I want to be in the big leagues. You want to put me in the bullpen? Go right ahead. He's deserving. He's deserving. He's not just Chase Anderson. He can give you a couple of innings. I don't know how he'll rebound, but if he works a couple of innings in an outing, then you might have to shut him down a little bit. You might lose him for a couple of days. Zach Kelly was not available out of the bullpen. But the 2-out magic, at-bat of the night, Rafi Devers in the very first inning. And I'm going to try to work it, just like the numbers of the night. I'm trying to give you stuff that maybe you're not getting from the broadcast, maybe you're not getting in a game recap. So my numbers of the night, I'm trying to be creative. The at-bat of the night, for me, is not always going to be that 3-run home run in the bottom half of the 8th inning. It might be the at-bat beforehand. But if you have an at-bat of the night, we're going to try this. Throw it against the wall, see if it sticks. The at-bat of the night will now be part of our second segment going forward. Rafi Devers had our first. There's no medal. There's no award. There's no certificate. Just a tip of the cap for Rafi Devers, our at-bat of the night on the Locked On Red Sox postcast. We're trying to have some fun here. 100%. We are trying to have some fun here along the way. So the Red Sox pick up the win. Go from here, right? Go from here. And again, it's interesting the way this club is right now, because let's see if we look back on this start from Cooper Criswell mid-August, early September, and say, wow, it wasn't a turning point, but it was just a shot in the arm. 4 straight losses, 2 extra inning losses. You could have been looking at least 3-1. Instead, 0-4. 0-4 start, right? You had a lead last Friday night in Los Angeles. Freddie Freeman grand slam, kind of went from there. That was in the bottom of the 8th inning. Losing extra innings Saturday, almost very similar the way things unfolded Monday night in the series opener against the Rockies. But you come back, Cooper Criswell, Tyler O'Neill, Rafi Devers. Devers again, a scare in the 6th inning. And it lasted a good 2.5, 3 minutes. All of a sudden, he's getting up. All of a sudden, he's staying in the game. Then he's in the dunk out after the last out was recorded. He's smiling. He's back out there the rest of the game. And it's one of those times, okay, he's staying in the game. That's his right shoulder. We know his left shoulder is bothersome. I think that every ball is going to be hit at him the rest of the way, because the ball always finds you on the diamond. We know that. But Devers had a smile on his face, and the cameras got it. Good job by the director on the Nesson broadcast, putting that together and making sure they got that of Rafi Devers. Because I thought even, okay, he's staying in the game, innings over. Well, we're going to take him out for precautionary reasons. No, he stayed in the game. And I'll tell you what, you sing the praises right now of Cedon Rafaela, the way he plays shortstop, the way he plays center field. Watching Rafael Devers every single day right now, that guy plays an awfully good third base. He doesn't take a play off. He knows when to get the throw across the diamond. He knows when he needs to put a little mustard on it. He knows when he can save his arm. I mean, each and every game, I'm not trying to gush here, but I'm going to gush here. Each and every single game, for me, Rafi Devers, right now, he's just a player I'm absolutely falling in love with. I'm not scoreboard watching, but I am scoreboard watching. What do you mean? Well, the Orioles lost Tuesday night. The Mets beat the Yankees. The Rays did beat the Blue Jays. Phillies helped the Red Sox out by beating the Twins, and the Diamondbacks helped the Red Sox out by beating the Royals as well. One more final thought here. Again, a tip of the cap to our everydayers. Sox in Los Angeles Dodger Stadium. One of the great venues in baseball, right? Just different. Even on TV. I've called a game. I'll pat myself on the back. I've called a big league game from Dodger Stadium. I've watched a game from the press box. I haven't actually sat in the stands, but from what I see on some videos, I don't want to sit in the stands because there might be a fight to the left or right of me within, 10, 15 rows. But watching a game from Dodger Stadium on TV, there's something to that. There's a little magic there. The way the ball comes off the bat, you hear the public address announcer, you hear the music all the time. It's almost like that music is right in your ears, right there in your face. I remember doing games in the New York Penn League at LaLasher Park in Lowell, and that speaker in center field, you've ever been to a Lowell Spinners game in the past? And they still should have an affiliated team somehow, some way, the way minor league baseball is currently aligned, but they don't. That speaker always spoke to you when I was in the press box in the radio booth for the visiting radio. You'd go out of there, that music, that's Dodger Stadium on a minor league level. But even watching the first two games from Coors Field on TV, Monday and Tuesday night, it's a nice watch in terms of the stadium. The sun sets beautifully behind Coors Field. First two games of the series, you've heard a lot of "Let's Go Red Sox." You've heard a lot of cheering when the Red Sox score. Cooper Criswell tosses another scoreless inning. But Coors Field is a ballpark I haven't been to, and I'd like to get there. Both venues impressive in their own ways. Both are great on TV. If you've been to one or the other, or both, what's your favorite thing about Dodger Stadium? What's your favorite thing about Coors Field? Again, join the conversation. If you're on the X, at Lennox on Baseball, give a follow. We'll start the conversation here. We'll bring it to the Locked On Red Sox postcast as we go live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel after each and every single game. If you've been to Dodger Stadium, what do you like about Dodger Stadium? If you've been to Coors Field, I think Coors Field, it's gorgeous. And the first two games of the series, they've had good crowds overall. Hey, Locked On has launched the first ever national sports 24/7 streaming channel on YouTube, and it's now also available on Amazon Fire TV and the free Fire TV channels app. Locked On Sports Today is here for you 24/7, covering the top stories of the day with the local experts of Locked On, plus our national shows covering every league. Find Locked On Sports Today, now available on the free Fire TV channels app. Coming up, numbers of the night. And I hope Nick Pivetta was watching Cooper Criswell. I'll explain that in less than 2.5 minutes right here on the Locked On Sports and Locked On Red Sox postcast. I am my own producer, so here we go. Once again, Locked On Sports, your team every day. If you're supporting our sponsors, you're also supporting us, so we do appreciate that. Locked On Red Sox postcast brought to you by eBay Motors. Passion, drive, patience. The formula for winning championships, also what keeps your ride or die alive. eBay Motors has everything you need to maintain your vehicle and level it up to peak performance. Superchargers, roof racks, exhaust kits, LED lights, and more. Whether you're into speed, power, or style, eBay Motors has you covered. With over 122 million parts for your number one ride or die, you'll always find exactly what you're looking for. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, your part is guaranteed to fit your ride every time or your money back. Because with eBay Motors, you're burning rubber, not cash. With all the parts you need at the prices you want, it is easy to make your car the MVP and bring home huge savings. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions do apply. eBay Motors and eBay Guaranteed Fit only available to U.S. customers. Locked On Red Sox postcast also brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. Prize Picks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps On Prize Picks, you against the numbers. That's simple. All you have to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends. Become part of Prize Picks community today. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn $10 into $1,000. If you're looking for promotions, Prize Picks has got you covered every week, from lowering select player stat projections on Tuesdays to help your lineup hit, or by getting your entry fees back if you have a losing lineup on Friday. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code LOCKEDONMLB for a first deposit match up to $100. That is code LOCKEDONMLB on Prize Picks for a deposit match up to $100. Prize Picks, pick more, pick less. It's that easy. Sox pick up a nice win, series even 1-1. And the Red Sox will go for the series win with the finale and the final game of the 6-game road trip on Wednesday afternoon at Coors Field. I'm going to be curious to see how the ball travels, how pitchers are able to pitch perhaps effectively. I'm Steve Lennox, Locked On Red Sox Postcast, part of the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Your team every day. So the Red Sox upcoming homestand, 3 against the Yankees, 3 against the Mariners. In case you missed it, that's what I'm here for. Seattle of note, Tuesday placing outfielder Julio Rodriguez and shortstop J.P. Crawford on the injured list. So neither will be available and playing in the 3-game series at Fenway Park that starts next Monday. Rodriguez has not really had a great year. Sprained ankle. He suffered that injury earlier this week in a series against, or actually it was over the weekend, I think, against the Houston Astros. Mariners at one point led the AL West by 10 games. The Astros have caught up to them, and that's going to be a division race right down to the end, it looks like. And you're going to hear me say this a whole bunch of times, but you think the Red Sox strike out a lot. Wait till you see the Mariners next weekend. It's been a while since early on in the year, right? The Mariners have struck out more than any club in the big leagues, averaging over 10 strikeouts a game. Hey, I mentioned former Red Sox outfielder Jackie Bradley Jr. the other day. Jackie Bradley Jr. establishing a new franchise record for consecutive games with a hit, 26 games in a row. That's where he got to. I don't know if he went beyond that. That with the Atlantic League Long Island Ducks. Jackie Bradley Jr., according to reports on Tuesday, signing a minor league deal with the New York Mets. So again, I'm going to pose a question. What is your favorite play that Jackie Bradley ever made at Fenway Park? Let's leave it there. At Fenway, not on the road. At Fenway Park when he was with the Red Sox. Hit us up again on X at Lennox on Baseball. Add your thoughts in the comments section on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel as we go live within minutes of the last out of each and every game throughout the course of the baseball season. Jarren Duran, numbers of the night, hit streak now at 7 in a row. His first game during the 7-game hit streak where he did not have an extra base hit. He was on base 3 times, hit by a pitch, a walk, and 2 runs scored. And Rafi Devers, again, breaking that 0 for 14 at the plate with the run-scoring double in the first inning. After that, Tyler O'Neill hitting his first of 2 home runs in the game. Tyler O'Neill now two home run games on this road trip. Had one Saturday, including one in the 10th inning that put the Red Sox up a couple of runs. But now has 4 2-home run games on the season and 20 home runs total. 20. There was a time during that Marlins series a few weeks ago where he and Rafi Devers were tied. Well, he's closing in again. Devers right now, I think, at 23. One thing the Red Sox did a nice job of, and Duran got on as the leadoff hitter, and I said, you know what? Duran reached it in the leadoff spot in the first inning. Again, scored from first, and it's fun to watch him run the bases, isn't it? And the triple is 11th on the year in the loss Monday night. But anyway, Red Sox had the leadoff man on in 5 of 9 innings. Scored just once. There was an inning where Romy Gonzalez had a base hit, stolen base, then he was picked off second base. But that was in the second inning, and that's when the Red Sox got more runs on the board, right? So with that extends the inning. That leadoff man gets on base, even if they don't eventually score. Like, for example, that inning where Romy Gonzalez gets picked off second, they still got runs later in the inning. And that leadoff man reaching base over the course of a game, over the course of a series, it can change the direction of that inning, of that game in so many different ways, and something I paid attention to as well. The bullpen terrific behind Cooper Criswell. We touched on that. Nick Pivetta, Cal Quantrill, the pitching matchup. And Quantrill very well could be making his final start as a member of the Rockies organization. I'll be curious to see if you hear his name more and more in the coming days. But Nick Pivetta, 4-6 record, 3.87 ERA, getting the start against the Rockies in the series finale. And Pivetta so far this season, again, 4-6 record, and he'll be making his 16th start of the season. This was interesting. Pivetta will be making his 16th start of the season in the finale on Wednesday. It's going to be his 9th start of the season against a National League club. He is 0-2 in his career at Coors Field. Those two starts in 2017 and 2018 against with the Philadelphia Phillies. And I love it now on Baseball Reference. You can go to Nick Pivetta at Coors Field. You can click on it. It gives us 2 outings. 2017, again, we're going way back when he was a young pitcher and he was with the Phillies organization. But in 2017, did not make it past the second inning. Went 2 2/3, gave up 8 earned runs. 2018, not much better, 4 2/3, and giving up 6 earned runs as well. Elias Diaz, 3 for 4, a home run, and 3 RBIs in his career against Nick Pivetta. Now, Quantrill, he's given up a double and a solo home run to Rafi Devers, and this was interesting. Jarren Duran actually has 10 at-bats against Cal Quantrill, and it hasn't been pretty. Duran, 0 for 10 in his 10 career at-bats against Cal Quantrill and 4 strikeouts. Tyler O'Neill, 0 for 4 as well. Quantrill, 29, pitched at Stanford. Again, I would not be surprised if he's moved in a deal before or right at the deadline, which is next Tuesday. We're inside a week until the Major League Baseball trade deadline. Quantrill, Rockies are 10-10 in his starts this year. He has allowed 4 home runs so far this season. That's the pitching matchup for the finale, as the Red Sox will try to take the rubber game of the 3-game series on Wednesday, and they'll feel a whole lot better about themselves if they can pick up a win and go 0-3 against the Dodgers, where they had an opportunity really to win all 3 games. And you take 2 out of 3 against the Rockies with a bullpen that is without closer, Kenley Jansen, still without Slayton, still without a couple of other guys. And there were stories. We touched on, this is our last point here as we wrap, we touched on James Paxton. His teammates, Red Sox players, on record over the last 24 hours, shocked that James Paxton was designated for assignment by the Dodgers organization. Now, if he clears waivers, he's out on the market. Apparently, according to reports on Tuesday, the Red Sox already knocking on the door. I told you, even if Paxton only pitches for you for a few weeks and gives you 5 inning outings, he gives you a lefty, he gives you a left-handed starter. If you designate him for assignment in a few weeks, okay. But what you do right now, in this time where you really need pitching, you keep him away from the Orioles. You keep him away from the Yankees. And believe it or not, with the 12th shutout win of the season, right now, I will take the Red Sox pitching staff as a whole over the Yankees. And I think I'll take them over the Orioles as well. Is that going out on a limb? I'm not really sure it is. Hey, our Locked On Red Sox postcast does follow each and every Red Sox game all season long. We do thank you for making Locked On Red Sox your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcasts. Also, live on the Locked On Sports Boston YouTube channel. Again, within minutes of the last out of each and every Red Sox game all season long and into October as well. Sox, Rockies wrap up their series. Final game of the 3-game set Wednesday afternoon. First pitch, 3:10. Cal Quantrill for Colorado. Nick Pivetta for the Red Sox as they'll try to take 2 out of 3. And again, we remind you one more time, we go live within minutes of the last out with our latest edition of the Locked On Red Sox postcast. Locked On Sports Boston, your number one place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Boston teams, every day.